Looking forward to this iteration of Wonka?
I'm a little, I don't know. I haven't hopped on the Timothée Chalamet train with a lot of other people my age, but
I mean, he's great in Dune. He's fantastic. So I don't doubt he's a good actor, but I would like maybe some new ideas in movies.
Yes.
Is that so much? This is our third iteration. Now, it is a different story, a different part of his life, so maybe it could be fantastic, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, quick look outside. I got your first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus a fire at a Kennewick apartment building last night. What fire officials say led to the blaze. And the Wapato School District needs voters' help as they attempt to renovate several schools in the district. We'll tell you why. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Wednesday. We have to wait a second. We have to wait another second. One more second.
And it's 6 o'clock.
Exactly. So good Wednesday. And again, midweek. This is possibly the final week for the kids for 2023 of school. So that's always good news and always exciting. And do you have a tree up or anything?
Not yet. Still working on decorating.
Okay.
There's a lot to...
Well, you've recently moved.
Yes.
So you're kind of decorating your house with furniture.
Exactly. So every box is officially unpacked.
Excellent.
But we just haven't quite collected the amass of Christmas decorations quite yet. You know, we got to start building up that collection.
Absolutely. And folks, we have another gloomy date today.
Yes,
but
we do.
We're getting used to it. Let's take a look outside. Good morning, Riley, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We do have misty conditions in many of our areas. We also have foggy conditions, definitely fogging up our Pendleton area. Walla Walla looking good, but zero visibility in Pendleton. It is around a quarter of a mile visibility. We have 30% visibility in Prosser. We have 70% in Yakima. So again, patchy fog out there, so keep an eye out for that. We're also seeing just a touch cooler temperatures today. Highs are going to be lower 40s, mid to upper 30s as we're cooling down for today. We're going to get back to those mostly lower 40s tomorrow. Could even see a quick sun break in our afternoon as we're seeing a little less cloud coverage, but still plenty of clouds. We have plenty of fog for areas this morning, and that really is not going to be changing. So yes, you aren't living in London, but it sure looks like it. Patchy AM fog, a bit cooler today. I'll have your forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
The Kennewick Fire Department says a person locked out of their apartment led to a fire last night. It happened in the 5500 block of Hildebrand Boulevard at the Copper Ridge apartment complex. The call for help came in just after 5 o'clock. When firefighters got to the scene, there was smoke coming from a third-floor apartment. The fire was put out quickly due to a sprinkler system, but that apartment and the two apartments below were damaged by smoke and fire. Deputy Chief Michael Hefner says the person who lived in the apartment had been cooking, but went out on their patio and somehow got locked out. That's when the fire started inside.
Because the resident was unable to get back through their apartment during the time of the fire, they did have to seek refuge. Firefighters helped to protect that resident in place there. Once the fire was fully extinguished and we were able to exhaust any smoke and superheated gases, we were able to bring the resident through the burned apartment complex down to a medic unit where they were evaluated. The
cost of the damage is not known yet. The Kennewick Fire Department says cooking fires are one of the most common ways fires are started in the home. Much of those fires start due to unattended cooking. The Wapato School District is reaching out to voters to approve a $33 million bond during February's special election to merge Camas and Sadis elementary schools into one brand new elementary school, as well as fully replacing Pace High School. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell got an inside look at the schools and why the district says they need to be replaced.
I got a tour of Camas Elementary from the principal there, and he explained to me that it's hard to see what the problem is when you're walking through the halls. And that's because the maintenance and other facility staff have worked so hard to make everything look as nice as possible. But he said it gets clearer when you look behind closed doors. It's the infrastructure that's the problem.
Pace High School built in 1936. Camas Elementary built in 1948. Sadis Elementary built in 1952.
The electrical, water, HVAC, and plumbing systems outdated, inefficient, and not up to serving students' needs.
In the 1950s, students didn't have computers. They had chalkboards. They did everything by hand. Today, every student in our district has a one-to-one device, so we have a larger electrical need.
And when equipment breaks, the fix isn't so easy.
And replacing some of those items, we really have to look at secondhand, eBay. We're searching for them because companies don't even keep some of those things in stock.
And the bigger the break, the bigger the problem. Like the water main break at Sadis this spring.
It took us, with emergency work, about 36 hours to get that completely repaired to get water back to the building. But where that break was a lucky spot. If it would have been up the line further, it would have been in pipes that have encased asbestos on it. That could have been a much longer fix.
Once you know where to look, other things stick out, like the lack of fire sprinklers or controlled entries.
You have full access to the building as soon as you come through. Other buildings, you're able to buzz them in. Parents go to a waiting area. It might be myself as an adult that comes out, meets with you before you come into the building.
Or the fact that the two elementary schools share one kitchen for 650 students and have what they call cafetoriums. One room in each school to serve as cafeteria, school gym, and auditorium, sometimes at the same time.
There's also some new legislation out there on energy efficiency standards that buildings have to meet. The Camas Sadis site does not meet those energy efficiency standards,
which could start costing them $150,000 per year in fines starting in 2028 if it's not fixed.
There are things that we have made do, but we're at a time that making do is going to cost us more than really going back and doing it right to current standards and codes.
The project estimated at $60 million, but with the district and other funds covering part of it, they're asking for a bond of $33 million. The cost for a taxpayer with a $225,000 home?
$1.72 per thousand, which comes out to about $32 a month for an individual taxpayer with a home about that size.
And holding public meetings for residents to learn more and ask questions.
Getting as much information from our community as we can to make sure we're doing everything we possibly can to get the buildings we need and keep that tax burden down on our community.
They'll be having 3 of those meetings total between now and Election Day, and the first one is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at Pace High School. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Today's the last day of the City of Pasco's food drive supporting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties. Food boxes are being collected at the city's recreation department with the intention to distribute to the Boys and Girls Clubs later this week. The city managed to collect around 170 food boxes last year, and they're aiming for that number again. Now, a few large last-minute donations are getting the city closer to that goal.
The donations are starting to come in from within the city and their departments, as well as community businesses and individuals have started to bring in some boxes. We got a call today actually from FedEx Ground that they've collected 40 boxes that they'll be bringing over tomorrow, so that's great to hear.
The City of Pasco met with the director of the Boys and Girls Clubs to help create a list of food items that would help the children they serve the most over the holidays. The deadline for box donations is 5 p.m. today. Until Saturday, the Yakima Valley Museum is hosting its annual Holiday Lights Extravaganza to raise awareness and money for local nonprofits. 36 nonprofits have Christmas trees representing their organizations set up throughout the museum. Admission is $13 for adults and $11 for seniors, but each guest gets $5 in Scripps tickets to donate to a nonprofit of their choice.
We have so many nonprofits in the area, it's hard to keep track of them. So you can maybe discover some new ones, but also you get to make a small donation towards it.
Yakima Valley Museum is located at 2105 Tieton Drive and is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. STCU and Apple Valley News Now wants your help in finding community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step to help us all. Please nominate someone like this by clicking on the Contests tab at applevalleynewsnow.com. From your nominations, we choose volunteers to profile, and STCU awards their organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you, and a big thanks to all volunteers who make our community stronger, and to STCU. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
More gloomy conditions for your Tuesday, well, it was for your Tuesday, but for your Wednesday as well, as we've hit midweek. Let me get you ready for that and a sneak peek at your weekend. My first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, they're a popular gift this time of year, but you may need to keep your eye on any gift cards you buy your loved ones this holiday season.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal just $5.99, only at KFC.
Whitman Hill Winery, creating highly sought-after wines from our estate-grown vineyard. Our wine club is the gift that gives all year long. With wine shipped to your door, complimentary tastings, invites to special events, and more. Whitman Hill Wine Club. Join the family and watch us grow.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, 'cause she's an herbivore.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Maybe I got time and all ready to go. I said, look, Mom, I ain't got no brains.
Happy Hanukkah from Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Well, there's good news for your holiday feast this year. Food prices are finally rising slower than inflation. Grocery store prices are up just 1.7% for the year. That's much lower than the overall inflation rate of 3.1%. There are still a few aisles where you'll find exceptions, though. Frozen juice is up 18.6%. Beef and veal prices are up 8.7%. And the cost to eat out is also still rising faster than inflation. Due to rising labor costs, restaurant prices are up 5.3%. Up until now, overall food prices had outpaced inflation for nearly 2 years. Well, watch out for gift card scams this holiday season. Police say thieves are draining the value of some cards. They access them at retailers and siphon the money to offshore accounts. Officials say some manage to do so without affecting the appearance of the cards, but others leave signs like scuff marks near the barcodes. Police suggest consumers check gift cards thoroughly before buying them. A California man is charged with tampering with Target and Apple cards. Officials say they found more than 5,000 in his possession. Coming up, big holiday meals with traditional foods may not always be the healthiest. We'll look at ways to make holiday meals healthier and strategies to eat healthier when you sit down at the table. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. It's Wednesday, everyone.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Save big at Buy-Mart with our Christmas savings book, arriving this week and posted at buymart.com. Save $100 on a Philips 55-inch HD class Roku Smart TV, member priced at just $249.99. Get a Toshiba 1 cubic foot microwave for $99.99. Members save $60, plus save 50% on select categories and holiday decor with our early Christmas clearance. Save more this Christmas season at Buy-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
Apple Valley News Now and Jacobs & Rhodes present the Ugly Furnace Contest. Your chance to win a brand new gas furnace. To enter, click on Contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com and follow the instructions. The Ugly Furnace Contest from Jacobs & Rhodes and Apple Valley News Now.
Snowshoeing on Fly the Northwest. Cap gave you local news at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Hope you had a nice Tuesday. We are looking pretty darn calm for our lovely Wednesday morning, but we do have more fog to talk about, especially in the Pendleton area. Walla Walla at 20%, also Prosser. We're under a mile of visibility at a quarter of a mile for Pendleton, 70% in Yakima. So keep an eye out for patchy fog as you move out, but air quality still not taking a hit. That is very encouraging that we're 3 days into this kind of socked inness or London type conditions, that we are still looking at good air quality. Hopefully that persists. As we're looking at our winds, they are remaining light, and we do expect to see light winds to continue as we move along into our weekend and really into our next work week. That is extremely light winds. So more fog is on the way, and as I said, we'll keep an eye on those air quality conditions. So as we move into our morning hours, we're continuing to be above or right at the freezing mark. 32 for Walla Walla right now, 33 for Ellensburg. Other than that, above it. And again, we're looking at cooler temperatures in our morning hours as we move along. We're looking a little cooler for our highs today as we remain right around our average. And we're going to remain right around our average through, it looks like, our next work week at least, as we're just not seeing much variance in our weather pattern. So radar, we are free and clear. If you see some precipitation like substance on your car, that is from all of the mist. Our air is saturated with wetness, so that is where that is coming from. That's how when we see freezing fog, we sometimes get what looks like snow, but it's just particles from the air. So on our futurecast, we look at maybe a little less cloud coverage tonight. Could see just a hint of shower activity coming into our areas as we move along in our Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe a little bit of clearing as we head towards Friday. Hopefully the fog will not be an issue there. Our 2023 countdown tomorrow. We're a week away from the winter solstice. Christmas Day, 12 days away. New Year's Day, 2024, 19 days away. So let's take a look at our highs today. Lows, lower 40s for the lovely Toppenish, Yakima areas. Ellensburg at 35. Over in the Mid-Columbia, upper 30s, lower 40s. Same story for the Blue Mountain region, upper 30s. 7-day forecast, we're in those lower 40s for the week ahead for Yakima. Maybe a little shower activity next week. Overnight lows below the freezing mark, it looks like, for the week ahead. In the Tri-Cities area, upper 30s, lower 40s. Plenty of cloud coverage on the way. Overnights start to get cooler for our weekend. In Walla Walla, same story, upper 30s, lower 40s. So not much variance in our weather pattern. We're looking at cloudy or foggy conditions, or at least mostly cloudy conditions for the week ahead. Overnight lows right around or just below the freezing mark. Daytime highs, upper 30s, lower 40s. That is not going to change as we enter, well, I guess you could call it solstice week next week. Hopefully we see a little bit of breakage as we head into our holiday weekend next weekend. But for today, more of the same. Just keep an eye out for fog this morning.
Big meals with traditional foods can be a special part of many holiday gatherings, but they may not always be the healthiest. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with strategies to eat healthier when you sit down at the table for your holiday meal.
For many, holiday celebrations are filled with family and food. And while the festivities bring joy, they can also be prime time for unhealthy eating habits. According to a new survey, 2/3 of people say they overeat during the holidays, with close to half saying they skip exercise.
All of these foods are so what we call hyper palatable, meaning they taste so good you can't stop eating them. So I like to recommend that people drink water before their meal and throughout the meal, which takes up some room in your stomach. Focus on eating those dishes that have fruits and vegetables because that's fiber, right? It fills you up without filling you up with a lot of calories.
Dr. Nate Wood is both a physician and a chef. He says that trying to eat healthier around the holidays is not just about how much you're eating. It's also about how these classic holiday foods are prepared. There are ways to make them healthier. Take mashed potatoes, for example.
So if you mash them and then add a whole bunch of butter, a whole bunch of heavy cream, probably not the healthiest, right? But instead, what you can do is add a little bit of Greek yogurt, fat-free, which is tangy and creamy, but doesn't add all that fat.
And you can't have mashed potatoes without the gravy.
Try not to use bouillon or soup base. It's very, very high in salt. Instead, make your own.
And what about the age-old debate of ham versus turkey? Dr. Wood says there's a clear and healthy choice.
This one's actually pretty easy because ham is a cured meat, and cured meats have been classified, at least since 2015, as being carcinogenic, these processed meats, right? So they're linked to colon cancer. Turkey, however, is a lean white meat. Don't deep fry it, but otherwise that's probably the healthier option.
Regardless of your recipe,
the goal is to savor time with family and friends. So chew your food slowly. Enjoy family recipes, whether they're extremely healthy or not. When you're interested in doing so, take some shortcuts and make some substitutions to make your food healthier.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Well, one of the best nursing homes of 2024 is a short-stay rehabilitation facility in Richland, after being recognized by U.S. News and World Report. Prestige Care's Richland Rehabilitation Center was one of 15,000 centers evaluated across the country. The Richland facility was recognized for its residents' care, outcomes, and safety. Administrator Holly Kaiser says the recognition came as a pleasant surprise.
I have a pretty amazing team here, which in an industry that is very heavily regulated and very closely scrutinized, that means the world to me. That I have a team that's geared towards doing the best we can. Not that we're perfect by any means, but their heart's in it for the right reasons.
140 staff members work at the Richland Rehabilitation Center, which is licensed to serve 71 skilled nursing patients and has 24 assisted living beds. A new push to stock EpiPens on commercial airplanes. Democratic Senators Elizabeth Warren, Chuck Schumer, and Ed Markey penned a letter to the FAA saying it has, quote, a glaring gap in its in-flight emergency kits. According to the letter, FAA standards only require planes stock epinephrine in syringes for cardiac emergencies. A 2018 study found in-flight medical emergencies occur in 1 of every 604 flights. Nearly 2% are the result of allergic reactions. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's time for another installment of Operation Best Friend. Today's pup is just that, a tiny little terrier mix with a name straight out of The Godfather, Sonny Corleone.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
In the heart of Tri-Cities wine country, you'll find the Goose Ridge Richland Tasting Room. Located in the center of our vineyards is an opportunity to enjoy life through wines, hard ciders, Monson Ranch spirits, light bites, and live music at Goose Ridge. More than you'd expect, more than just a winery.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
'Tis the season for big mattress savings during the year-end inventory reduction sale at Walker's.
Find your comfort on a new Beautyrest Black Hybrid or save big on Hot Buy mattresses. Plus save 25% on Beautyrest Harmony year-end model close-ups. And say yes to no money down. No minimum purchase financing for up to 5 years.
Plus, get $300 of additional free furniture with qualifying mattress purchases, making it a season to remember during the year-end sale at Walker's.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Happy Hanukkah from Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. It's now time for Operation Best Friend, where we get the pleasure of introducing you to a pet that's up for adoption at a local shelter. Sarah Buck joins us from Mikey's Chance, and she brings Sonny Corleone, which is a Godfather reference, of course. Can you tell me a little bit about Sonny Corleone and how long he's been with Mikey's Chance?
Yeah, so Sonny is from a litter of 9 puppies, and he came to Mikey's Chance. He's found in a box at Fruitland Park at the end of October. So he was just probably 1 or 2 weeks old when he was found, so he's just a little baby, super sweet.
Yeah, and there's 9 of them in this litter, and they're going to be up for adoption in the next couple of months, weeks?
Yeah, so they will be available for actual adoption after they're vaccinated and spayed or neutered, so they can be currently fostered to adopted. So you can have them in your home and adopt them officially after, but yeah, they'll be available, so apply now.
Gotcha. And he's already pretty big. Can you tell me what kind of dog he is?
Yeah, so he's actually quite the mix, but the 2 breeds that he leads with the most are Shih Tzu and Staffordshire Terrier. So he's going to be about 20 to 30 pounds most likely.
Oh my goodness. He is just the cutest little guy, and he's very, very soft. He's giving kisses. You mentioned that Mikey's Chance has many, many litters of puppies right now.
That's correct. Yeah, since the end of October, we've gotten 5 litters of puppies. Just this week, we got 3 brand new born puppies found behind the mall in a dumpster.
He's giving some kisses to the microphone too.
So it's pretty sad. It's a really big problem out there, and I know we need support. Every rescue and shelter needs support. There's no space anywhere for the amount of animals that are out there right now.
Definitely. And Sonny and all of his brothers and sisters, along with a bunch of other puppies, are in need of homes.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the application process and if someone might be interested in one of them?
Yeah, so the applications are available online at mikeyschance.com, and you need to apply to foster or adopt. And through that process, they just make sure that you're a fit home and that the dog that you're looking at will fit well with your family. We, in our rescue, take a lot of care in making sure that it's a good match. So we pay attention to personality, your lifestyle, and try to get you a dog that'll fit perfectly in your family.
Perfect. And do you have any fun stories or quirks about Sonny Corleone?
Yeah, so he is pretty tough. He lives up to his name. He likes to play tug of war with my two big Fosters that are like as big as me. So he loves everyone and everything. He loves my cats. So he'd be a wonderful family pet for anybody.
Incredible. And we should mention that whoever ends up adopting the pet that we feature here on Operation Best Friend, in this case, Sonny Corleone, will receive a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium. And if you're looking for a new best friend, this guy right here might fit just perfectly in with your family. He's located with Mikey's Chance. Sarah Beth and Sonny Corleone, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Well, coming up, a big endorsement comes through for a Republican presidential candidate as the race heats up with only a few weeks left until the Iowa caucus.
Looking for Santa Claus? He's here with us at Queensgate Gardens. Visit us today for your best selection of Christmas trees and wreaths. For this season's holiday cheer, bring your family and find the perfect tree. Customize your own wreath and pick out locally grown poinsettia. Visit us at Queensgate Garden today.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's pizza party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
There's been a shakeup in a key early voting state as Republican presidential candidates have only weeks left to try and catch frontrunner Donald Trump. And the House Rules Committee has advanced President Biden's impeachment inquiry, setting up a vote later today.
More clouds and fog for your Wednesday. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Wednesday. We've made it to midweek. Riley, good morning.
Good morning. It's always a good morning when I get puppy kisses in the morning.
Puppy was a sweetheart.
We had our Operation Best Friend segment just a little bit ago. It was our youngest dog that we've had so far on the segment, just 8 weeks old. Precious.
Little sweetheart.
So precious.
Sonny Corleone needs a home.
Yes, and along with all 8 of his other siblings.
Yes, so let's do what we can. Again, where could they go for that?
A Mikey's Chance.
Mikey's Chance. So let's find them a home. All right, let's take a quick look outside. And we have, well, some interesting conditions this morning. Not much of a difference from what we've seen for the past few. Zero visibility right now along the Blue Mountain region. Oddly enough, they're not under a dense fog advisory for this morning, but there is dense fog going on. We are looking at zero visibility. We have half a mile visibility Walla Walla, zero visibility at a quarter of a mile in Pendleton area, 20% for Prosser, 70% for Yakima. Give yourself extra time along the Blues, and this fog is going to be sticking with us. Also, these conditions and temperatures staying very similar. We're a touch cooler today, lower 40s, upper 30s for all of our areas. Maybe a sunbreak in our afternoon, but this should all be staying pretty consistent. And look at the temperatures for the Tri-Cities. No variance between 8 a.m., noon, and 4. That doesn't happen too often. So, impacting you, London-type conditions, patchy AM fog, a bit cooler today. London is calling today, folks. All of your full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Now to a major development in the race for president. A key endorsement in New Hampshire could change the state of the race. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
It's a big boost for Nikki Haley's presidential campaign. The former South Carolina governor picking up the endorsement of popular New Hampshire governor Chris Sununu 6 weeks before his state's first in the nation primary.
So are you going to finally endorse Nikki Haley for president? You bet your I am. Let's get this thing done.
Sununu backing Haley comes a month after Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds endorsed Ron DeSantis for president. DeSantis, Haley, and other Republican primary candidates all trail former President Trump by more than 30 points in the polls.
Thank you. Thanks.
At a town hall last night, DeSantis doubted that Sununu's endorsement will boost Haley's standing among conservatives.
Even a campaigner as good as Chris is not going to be able to paper over Nikki being an establishment candidate.
DeSantis also took aim at Trump, accusing him of flip-flopping on abortion, overreaching in his response to COVID-19, and failing to build a border wall. The Florida governor also discussing health care, vowing to replace Obamacare. He was pressed on how he would do it.
The number one thing is affordability and cost.
When can the voters expect to see your plan?
We'll roll it out. I mean, we're working on it.
Back in New Hampshire, Sununu is scheduled to join Haley at 3 town halls today and tomorrow. The House could vote on an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden as early as today. The resolution is clear of the Rules Committee after a party line vote. Republicans say the move is necessary to force the administration to hand over documents. The White House calls the inquiry baseless since Republicans haven't produced evidence that Biden committed a crime. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy back in September called on committees to open a formal impeachment inquiry. McCarthy at the time alleged abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption concerning Biden family business dealings. The defense rested Tuesday in the civil fraud case against Donald Trump in New York. The state attorney general claims Trump and his co-defendants fraudulently inflated the value of Trump's properties to get more favorable loan and insurance rates. Trump's attorneys presented more than 4 weeks of testimony seeking to rebut those allegations. The Attorney General's office is now set to call rebuttal witnesses. Closing arguments are set for January 11th. The judge has already found a decade's worth of Trump's financial statements were fraudulent. He will now decide how much Trump will pay and whether he and his 2 adult sons can keep doing business in the state. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
It's Wednesday, everyone. We have more fog to talk about, more clouds, more cool temperatures. Let me get you ready for your Wednesday and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, Dictionary.com has announced their word of the year for 2023, and while you've definitely heard it before, this one has a slightly different meaning.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months, or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2024 Benton Franklin Fair. This package includes a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal, all for only $30. That's a savings of $15. Available now until Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the fair office in Pasco. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Your Seahawks are back on Monday Night Football as the Philadelphia Eagles come to Seattle for a primetime NFC showdown. The Eagles battle the Hawks at 5. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now primetime. It's all Monday night.
All she wants for Christmas is to stump Mark.
Next live, Fantasia Barrino Taylor from The Color Purple, plus Emmy Award winner Claire Foy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Well, you're not imagining things. Hallucinate is Dictionary.com's word of the year. Spokespeople for the website say they're not focused on its typical definition of seeing things that aren't there. Instead, they're interested in its meaning that pertains to artificial intelligence.
The definition is, quote, to produce false information contrary to the intent of the user and present it as if true and factual. In other words, it's when AI confidently makes stuff up. They say Hallucinate is the winner because AI is changing both society and language. In fact, Dictionary.com says it just added the new definition of the word of the year.
And Merriam-Webster says AI influenced its word of the year pick too. That dictionary's choice is authentic. I had never heard of that definition of hallucinate before. Have you?
No. No. How can it be word of the year?
I don't know.
That is odd.
It
should be well known, or at least, you know, because I'm sure, you know, they've added like dough when The Simpsons was big and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Get off my lawn. All right, quick look outside, everyone. We have a bit of fog, especially along the blues, to talk about. Let me get you ready for midweek and my first alert weather forecast coming up next.
And we remember the life and career of Emmy-winning actor Andre Braugher. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Big stars, big spins,
and big holiday fun. Happy holidays.
From all of us here at Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
New tonight on ABC.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
When it comes to your loved ones, you want the best care possible. Being home surrounded by the things you love is vital for quality of life. That's where affordable at-home care comes in. We offer personalized home care plans to fit your specific needs. And for all new customers, your first hour is always free. Our experienced, loving, and caring staff is dedicated to serving you. Call us today for a free consultation. At Affordable in Home Care, we do more than just visit.
The holidays are here, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your holiday gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned, just heat and serve. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard in the Planet Fitness Shopping Center. Or call 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Happy Hanukkah from Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. We're slowly starting to see a little bit of first light this morning. Sunrise 7:31. Again, luckily we get to the solstice next week and we'll see longer days instead of days getting shorter and shorter. Of course, next Thursday will be the shortest day of the year. So visibility, very much an issue along the Blue Mountain region. 0% visibility, and it's actually at 1/4 mile. 30% visibility for Prosser, 50% in Yakima. Unsure why there isn't a dense fog advisory for the Blues, but dense fog is there nonetheless, so give yourself some extra time. Now, with us being socked in with not much air coming in, it's good news that our air quality is holding tough, still in the good zone. We're going to continue to keep a close eye on that. Wind speeds very light this morning, and well, they're going to be very light for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. It's just continuing to be very, very light. So that could continue, so that means fog chances will continue, chances of air quality going south, so we're going to keep a close eye on all of that. So let's take a look at our current temperatures. We are below the freezing mark. First time we've had a place below in quite some time, for about a week and a half. Walla Walla at 31. Other than that, we're just above the freezing level across the board. And with that fog in Walla Walla, we could be seeing some freezing fog starting to show up there. So our temperature trend, we are looking right around our average for this time of year, a little below, a little above. All of our areas will be in the mid to upper 30s to lower 40s today, and that will continue into the next couple of days, maybe slightly warmer as we get into tomorrow. So radar, we are free and clear. Now you may be asking yourself, I thought we saw some rain, but no, the atmosphere is so saturated with water. We're seeing a lot of mist in places, so you could be running into that. On our Futurecast, we are looking at a little less cloud coverage this evening, and then maybe a quick little shower or two just rumbling through tomorrow for your Thursday, and a little bit of clearing as we head into our Friday. So 2023 countdown, 8 days till that winter solstice, 12 days to Christmas Day, 19 days to New Year's Day in 2024. All right, our highs today, as I was saying, mid to upper 30s to lower 40s across the board. So just a touch cooler than yesterday, maybe a touch warmer tomorrow. But look at Yakima for the next 7 days, right in those lower 40s. Could see some shower activity next week. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a breakup of this weather pattern we're on. Overnight lows look to be just below that freezing mark for the week ahead. Tri-Cities area, upper 30s, lower 40s, plenty of cloudy conditions, if not foggy conditions coming up. Going to be looking at cooler temperatures as we move into our weekend as well. And with possibly, like Walla Walla right now, that fog could switch to freezing fog as we move along into the next couple of days. Walla Walla staying chilly, right around average, and still looking at cloudy conditions. So for your day today, heavy fog along the Blue Mountain region right now, so give yourself some extra time there. Highs, lower 40s, mid to upper 30s. Plenty of cloud coverage yet again today, and similar conditions for the next couple of days at least.
Andre Braugher said his father never wanted him to become an actor, asking him, quote, "What the hell are you going to do? Juggle and travel the country?" Millions of people are glad he did not follow his dad's advice. Now fans are in mourning after the Chicago native died, leaving behind a lengthy on-screen legacy.
This morning, Andre Braugher is being remembered as one of the most versatile actors of his generation.
Is there a reason you're interrupting me mid-soup?
The star, best known for his role as the deadpan Captain Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, died Monday after a short illness. The Chicago native attended Stanford and Juilliard before making his film debut in Glory alongside Denzel Washington.
I'd like to speak to you for a moment in private, if I may.
But it was in the 90s when he found his breakout role, Detective Frank Pembleton in Homicide: Life on the Streets.
France Rader is 2 hours dead, and she's offering to testify against her own.
His role winning him an Emmy. He was named one of People magazine's 50 most beautiful people and met his wife while working on Homicide. They had 3 kids, and Braugher said they were his priority, once telling Variety, "It's been an interesting career. I think it could have been larger, but it would have been at the expense of my own life." Braugher would go on to take smaller roles on the big and small screens, including on House MD as the title character's psychiatrist.
That's why you've been thinking about this case.
But playing Captain Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine would return him to the spotlight.
It's revitalized my career entirely. I used to be a dramatic actor, and now I'm a comedic actor, and the transformation has been really wonderful.
His co-star Terry Crews saying, "I will be forever grateful for the experience of knowing you. You showed me what a life well lived looks like."
These have been the best years of my career.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Andre Braugher was 61 years old. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. Don't go anywhere. Good Morning Northwest continues after this.
All she wants for Christmas is to stump Mark.
Next live, Fantasia Barrino Taylor from The Color Purple, plus Emmy Award winner Claire Foy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Your Seahawks are back on Monday Night Football as the Philadelphia Eagles come to Seattle for a primetime NFC showdown. The Eagles battle the Hawks at 5. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now primetime. It's all Monday night.
Next Extra, hot off his Golden Globe nominations, we've got Bradley Cooper.
It's a really special night for us.
Talking about the masterpiece Maestro and trading the red carpet for a cheesesteak food truck. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Another fatal crash on
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side.
All she wants for Christmas is to stump Mark.
Next live, Fantasia Barrino Taylor from The Color Purple, plus Emmy Award winner Claire Foy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Your Seahawks are back on Monday Night Football as the Philadelphia Eagles come to Seattle for a primetime NFC showdown. The Eagles battle the Hawks at 5. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now primetime. It's all Monday night.
Next Extra, hot off his Golden Globe nominations, we've got Bradley Cooper.
It's a really special night for us.
Talking about the masterpiece Maestro and trading the red carpet for a cheesesteak food truck. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Another fatal crash on
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side. Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. This just into the newsroom. The Kennewick Police Department says 3 people were arrested early this morning after a string of robberies between Kennewick and Moses Lake. 38-year-old James Brown of Stanwood was arrested on suspicion of robbery. 32-year-old Danielle Lesser and 25-year-old Osvaldo Villalobos Vega, both of Moses Lake, were arrested on suspicion of theft. KPD officers say Moses Lake police told them last night about a robbery that happened there and that the suspects may be in the Kennewick area. Officers say there was a shoplifting situation at the Red Apple Market around 9 p.m. last night, and about an hour later, a robbery with a gun happened at a Jackson's on 27th Avenue. After talking to witnesses and gathering evidence, police claim the same group of people committed all 3 crimes, but they were not caught. Early this morning, police say the group matching the descriptions of the people wanted in the crimes was found at a gas station in Prosser. They were arrested at the scene, and it is expected more charges will be coming. The Kennewick Fire Department says a person locked out of their apartment led to a fire last night. It happened just after 5 o'clock in the 5500 block of Hildebrand Boulevard at the Copper Ridge apartment complex. The fire was put out quickly due to a sprinkler system, but the apartment and 2 others below were damaged by smoke and fire. Deputy Chief Michael Hefner says the person who lived in the apartment had been cooking but went out on their patio and somehow got locked out. Today's the last day of the City of Pasco's food drive supporting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties. Food boxes are being collected at the city's recreation department with the intention to distribute to the Boys and Girls Clubs later this week. The city managed to collect around 170 food boxes last year, and they're aiming for that number again. The deadline for box donations is 5 p.m. today.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Seeing some light coming through, but yes, plenty of cloud coverage. We also have quite a bit of fog going on along the Blue Mountain region. Again, 0% visibility, a quarter of a mile, so be very careful in those areas. 30% visibility Prosser, 50% in Yakima. So patchy fog for most of our areas as we remain very stagnant, but air quality holding good. So that is some good news despite seeing all of this fog coming into our areas and not much fresh air coming in. Very light winds continue for all of our areas, and we expect light winds to nominal winds into our weekend, if not into our next work week. So not much fresh air coming on in. Our temperatures, we're actually seeing some below freezing temperatures for Walla Walla, right at it for Pendleton, and then we're a little bit warmer as we move along to the rest of our areas. It's so cold right now, we could be seeing some freezing fog start to accumulate in Walla Walla and Pendleton. We're remaining dry, at least from rain or precipitation. Could see a little bit tomorrow, but if you're seeing some precipitation on your car, it is from mist, since our air is so saturated with water. So our highs today, mid to upper 30s, lower 40s across the board. And we're going to be seeing similar temperatures into our weekend, if not into our next work week. We do have a possibility of seeing a little bit of shower activity next week, which could break things up. So we'll keep an eye on that. But just get ready for another gloomy and foggy and cloudy Wednesday. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.